What's up, guys? My name is Justin Vaughn, and today I'm going to be previewing the University of Arkansas and the University of Arkansas Pine Bluff game this Saturday in War Memorial Stadium. We have an 11 a.m. kick, but this is a very welcomed game for the Razorbacks, who are coming off of 4 top 25 matchups, 3 of them being on the road. This is going to be the first meeting between these two schools and the first in-state matchup for Arkansas since 1944, when they played the University of Arkansas Monticello, who at the time was Arkansas A&M. This is a pretty big game for Pine Bluff. This is their first ever SEC matchup, and this is a very big mismatch for the Golden Lions. You know, there are a few games every year that most Power 5 players experience that is just a win. Now I know the Citadel sits deep within Razorback fans' hearts. I don't think that's this week. University of Arkansas Pine Bluff is just not there. They're 1-5 on the season, 0-4 in the Southwestern Atlantic Conference. The only win came against the Lane College Dragons, a Division II school out of Jackson, Mississippi. This is just not a good matchup for the Golden Lions, and this has not been a very good year for them after a promising spring season that they had. In their last game against Southern University, they gave up 304 rushing yards, including a Southwestern Atlantic Conference record 267 yards, which was set by an opposing player, freshman Kobe Dillon from Southern. There are a lot of bad things that can be said about this Pine Bluff team, much like there are the Razorbacks. But today I'm going to kind of get into a few positives and what the Hogs really need to do. So, when I was researching stats, looking things up for Pine Bluff, something that immediately jumped out to me is even though they have not had very much success in the win column this season, they are number 1 nationally at the FCS level in both blocked kicks and blocked punts at 9 total. Special teams for Arkansas is a little shaky. We've had a punt block, fumbled in the end zone, which wasn't really special teams, but the block kick was blocked in the end zone, Georgia. They have a quarterback, Skylar Perry, who is a veteran. He has over 4,500 yards in his career, 31 touchdowns, 19 interceptions. And when you really, really just simplify things, this is the game of the Golden Lions' life. Many of these players don't get to play opponents like Arkansas. Take the fact that it's Arkansas out of the equation. They don't get to play SEC opponents in their life. So a lot of them, this is their game. This is a nationally televised SEC network game that they are going to come ready to play. They want this showcase in front of a lot of family and friends, being at War Memorial. A lot of these people that are on teams in Arkansas that play with the Razorbacks were high school teammates from some of these Golden Lion players. So I don't really think it's a secret that Arkansas has a huge advantage in this game. So I'm not really going to talk about keys to the game today. I'm going to talk more about what I would like to see from the Razorbacks. And that starts with shutting down the quarterback. We must tackle and we must pressure the Golden Lions quarterback, Skylar Perry. Bo Nix and Matt Corral from Ole Miss and Auburn had career days against the Hogs. Both of them looked like Heisman contenders. And the Hogs just really have been bad when it comes to the quarterback run. I want to see that fixed this week. This is a very inferior opponent. I want to see the Hogs shut the quarterback down. I'd like to see us continue to improve on 3rd down. We were 10 of 19 last week, which is much better, especially considering early on in the season. But I would like to see us hopefully not have a lot of third downs, but the ones we do have, ultimately, I would like to see the Hogs convert them. Beyond that, defense. Like I said, Pine Bluff is an inferior team. I want to see some interceptions, some tackle for loss, some sacks, deflections. I just want our defense to really step up and to get back to that first 4 games, even though we are down a few players. We got to stop big plays. There were 3 plays in that Auburn game that turned a 3-point deficient for the Tigers into an 11-point lead. Strip, sack, score, 4th down stop, long touchdown pass. We have to stop big plays. We cannot have explosive plays, especially against a team like Pine Bluff. This is a confidence-building week. We do not need big plays from them. We need big plays, but we don't need to allow big plays. I would like to see clean offensive play, effective offense. And we've been okay. We've had 3 straight losses, but our offense is still rolling. I mean, we've had close to 1,200 yards in the past 2 games, but this should just take a few drives to really put this game away, and I would like to see that. I don't want to see the Golden Lions hanging around. I don't think they will. I want to see our offense come out there, few drives, few plays, and just put this game away early. No errors on special teams. I said that Pine Bluff is ranked number 1 nationally in the FCS in both block kicks and block punts. I would like to not have a blocked kick or a blocked punt. I would really like special teams to step up. So with that being said, hopefully this is an easy weekend for the Hogs. A much needed rest, and we beat the inferior opponent in the Golden Lions like we should. So it's the Arkansas podcast. Every week I'm drinking Arkansas beer. This week is the Oktoberfest from Ozark Beer Company out of Rogers, Arkansas. It's solid. Didn't get to drink a ton of it during the podcast because, as you can see, I was here alone today. But it's a great beer. So prediction time. I mean, you pretty much know my prediction from this point, except the score. I think that the Hogs need a rest, and they are going to get it this weekend. I do think that Pine Bluff will score a little bit, especially once we put the Hogs backups in to give our starters even more rest. But this is more about getting everyone back in sync for the rest of the season. We follow Pine Bluff up in the bye week, and we need it. I truly hope that this is like 2 bye weeks for the Razorbacks, but we cannot take Pine Bluff lightly. Like I said, this is the game of the life for some of them. But with that being said, I am taking the Razorbacks 52-10. So, be sure to like, subscribe, follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. And next week we got a 2021 men's basketball preview coming up on our bye week. So looking forward to getting into what Eric Musselman has going on the hill. Very exciting things. And we'll see you next week.